Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's episode. And if you've tuned in, you want to find out a little bit more about what I said in the headline, which was Tesla Powerwall install. So this is our cottage. This is Canada, Lake Kinesis up in Haliburton. It's currently almost the end of December, and in today's episode, we'll be covering off what we did to install the Tesla Powerwall, and I'll be going through with the installers some of the steps they took in order to get the batteries Powerwall in place, in addition to the gateway product, which you see behind me beside the meter there. And today is actually the kind of day that we've been waiting for since the install, because we've got power outages everywhere around Haliburton. Right across on the other side of the lake, we have power outages. There are quite a few. I think it's over 200 cottages without power on the other side. It's freezing rain, it's windy. These are exactly the kind of conditions where we get power outages up here in cottage country. And so we're going to talk a little bit as well a little bit later on about how the Powerwall actually helps us to manage not just the backup situation where we need to be able to still have power when the power goes out, but also helps us manage the time of use. So we take advantage of lower rates from Ontario Hydro, because right now we're currently on a time of use plan, but we intend to move very soon. In fact, I've already made the application to move to an ultra low plan, which will give us better rates at nighttime when I guess no one's really using a lot of power. So that's when we're going to be buying it, storing it in our batteries, and going from there. Okay, so join us, and hope you enjoy the video. Okay, now just before we cover off what was done on the install and show you what the installers were doing, how much time they took and so forth, I just wanted to show you the finished product. And it's actually very simple. It's hiding underneath our deck here, and you can see the fancy Tesla light that's lighting up, and it basically tells me that it's working. So we've got two batteries under there that piggyback, so you can't see the second one because it's hiding behind the first one. And it's actually what's called the DC expansion connected to the I guess the main Powerwall unit, which has both the battery and the control electronics built right into it. So a couple of things I wanted to mention about our Powerwall install, and I know there are a lot of you out there that have solar. Our install actually has no solar. As you can see, with all the trees around us, I get in a lot of trouble in Haliburton in Canada. We're cutting down all the trees we have around us here, and so solar is actually out of the question for us right now, because even during the summer, actually year-round, we're just surrounded by so many tall 150 foot plus tall pines that we get nothing but shade around our roof where the solar is going. And then also the angle of our roof does not face the right direction to take advantage of even the afternoon late day sun, which sets right in front of our cottage. So this install is purely backup battery and the gateway product, and feeding from charging from the actual grid, Hydro One grid. And then phase two, so we broke this install down into two phases. Phase two will actually be the connection of the bidirectional charger to our Tesla Cybertruck, which will give us an additional 125, I believe that's what the number is, additional kilowatts of power. What we have here are two 13.5 kilowatt batteries, if I got that number correct. And so it will literally give us far more backup capacity when we need it. And when you watch later on in some of our updates as well, we're going to talk a little bit about what we found out very quickly. And one of the things that I do want to cover with you guys is actually how much power we found out we're actually using on a day-to-day basis, just from things like for our cottage, because it's totally electric, from running the heat line, which keeps our water line down to the lake where we draw our water, keeps it from freezing. We also have an electric high efficiency water tank from Rheem. So everything is basically electric. Our cooking's electric. We have an induction cooktop. We have there's no gas range, there's no gas cooktop, and there's no basically the only propane we have here is for our barbecue, which is totally just a standalone system anyway. And what else can I say? So our heating, that's another factor. Our heating is primarily our wood stove, which we just upgraded recently, which you'll also see in the video. But I guess our primary heating is still electric baseboard heaters. Now, one of the things we found out from running the system now for about 2 weeks is that our heaters basically soak up or use up a lot of energy from the grid, and we're actually monitoring how much energy is used when they all kick on. And we do regularly get temperatures here down to around minus 17 degrees Celsius, sometimes minus 24 degrees Celsius in the evenings, so it gets pretty cold all night. And our old cottage, being built in the 70s, it is winterized. It still struggles to keep our cottage heated, especially on the lower level where we have a basement and we have a cinder block and concrete foundation resting on top of Canadian shield granite. It's hard to keep warm, and so we do use our basement actively, and it does get pretty cold there. So this is our new meter and shutoff is our gateway product from Tesla. What the gateway does is it's not actually a battery, but it controls the flow of power from the grid. You can see the line coming in above me here, and then the snorkel down. And it also detects when the power goes out on the grid. So if we have a power failure, let's say a branch comes down on a hydro line out there somewhere, it immediately detects that, and it will switch our power source to the batteries or to the Tesla Cybertruck, whatever's connected at the time. And it also monitors the amount of power and when the power is supplied to the house, either from the battery, from the grid. And so on the Ontario Hydro time of use plan, you'll see a schedule, and there'll be windows of different rates. What we're trying to do is run exclusively off the batteries at peak rate time, which is right now twice a day in the winter time, between 7 a.m. in the morning till 11 a.m. Late morning. Then we move to mid rate, and then the evening we have 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. it's peak rate again, and then after that time it is low rate for hydro. So I'll put up a schedule of what those rates are, but let's talk a little bit about Tesla. What's really cool that we've noticed so far about the Tesla Gateway and the corresponding Powerwall battery pack is that the transition is seamless between the grid, the batteries, or a combination thereof. We literally do not have any lights flickering. There is an automated switch, so if it detects a power out, or if it hits a point in the schedule where we want to go from running off the grid to running on batteries, it does it automatically. We don't miss a beat inside. I'll show you what happens, or what actually doesn't happen inside. No lights flickering. I don't have to reset any electronics. You don't have to reset the clocks because there's a bit of a power glitch. And that's what typically happens when we have a power outage. All the electronics shut down. I got to redo all the clocks, and then I also have to do things like, if you have a generator as an example, you got to fire that up if it doesn't automatically fire up. And there is a little bit of a lag between getting that thing spooled up and getting back to normal power. When we switched to Tesla Powerwall as a power source, it automatically does that. We don't miss a beat, and nothing goes down. And the nice thing about the Powerwall is that it's clean, consistent power. So when the lights flicker inside, which it actually did this afternoon, I knew we were back on the grid, because I guess they're still fixing things. There's still a little bit of instability with the wind and the ice out there. And so this little baby takes care of it all. Don't actually have to worry about it. I've just been monitoring the system myself, just for my own sort of curiosity, to keep track of how much power we're using, either from the battery or from the grid. But it's basically, when we turned it on, you could literally just leave it alone, and it does its thing. All you have to do is tell it what time of use or hydro rate you want to use, and it'll follow its schedule. Or you can customize your own, or set up something yourself. So yeah, great product. So I talked a little bit about phase 2 and why we broke it up into phase 2. The installers who came basically came pretty late in the season, and they just managed to catch us in the window before this storm came, and also after a prior storm. So we had a hard time actually getting them scheduled here because of all the difficulties when we do have these windows. But it was left up pretty late in the season. As you can see now, if you pan over here, you can see our well, this is our septic bed out here. But if we wanted to get our Cybertruck, which is currently in the garage, connected, we'll have to trench a high-powered line all the way there, and we can't be doing that in the wintertime right now. So we're going to wait until spring, and that way we can figure out where we should and shouldn't be digging, because there is possibly another line running out there that may be parallel to the one we're going to lay down. And then that should be a shorter job. And we also are going to be, as part of phase 2, replacing our secondary power panel, which is in the basement. So yeah, that's going to be a much shorter project than the one we just did, which was about 2.5 days to install the first system.
These are the Powerwall containers. Looks almost military, the packaging that came in. So each one contains a battery, additional cabling and equipment, and other cables and equipment they brought.
Okay, here's Bo from Heliotechnik. Did I say that right?
Yep.
Anyway, Bo, what are you up to? You guys just started, right? It's the rush before it gets too dark.
Yeah, we're running on a daylight here, but we got all the equipment we needed today, and we're getting ready to mount the batteries up on the wall here. So we're going to mount 2 stacked out from the back, so it's double batteries. We don't have to take up space this way. We can just kind of come outwards this way, and then they're going to backfeed the house and give it backup power once we're all done.
So tell me a little bit about the actual battery location. Why did we choose this location under the deck versus anywhere else around the house, or maybe on the main level?
Yeah, so I mean, in Ontario there are restrictions as to how close it is to doorways or windows. So we have to be at least 1 meter away from a window, so we have to be over on this side. It's nice if it's in a protected area. There are options. You can kind of mount it up on a wall. It's a little more challenging, but you do have a different option. But our main hurdle is the electrical code, just for safety reasons. They want to make sure if there was ever an electrical fire or something that people can get in and out of the house safely.
Okay, so the 2 batteries that are sitting here on the ground, I guess one is the main unit and the other one's the DC connection or DC connect battery that piggybacks on top of it.
Yes.
So you're putting I guess that's a mounting plate that's going against the concrete cinder wall there.
Yeah,
and
so that's our mounting bracket. We're going to pick that up and hang it there. That way they can't tip forward. So we'll have the DC expansion pack on the back. So it's basically an extra gas tank. All it does is contribute more batteries. And then the main Powerwall 3 unit will attach to the front with a really nice kind of seamless kind of connection. And it will be the brains of the entire system. It will monitor everything that's going on and manage, you know, millisecond by millisecond what's happening with the grid, what's happening in the house. If there's solar, it manages that. And it has the horsepower. So it has 11,500 watts, which is usually quite a bit above what most people typically use even at their peak time. In the evening, you know, when the stove's on and everything's up and running. So it's comfortable for most homes, and you can always double that battery size if you need a little more horsepower. But you're going to have double the gas tank kilowatt hours energy, and then you'll have the single battery for your power.
Great, great. Well, I'm going to let you get back to work because I know it's getting dark really quick. So we'll revisit it when you're ready to hang those batteries.
Yep, sounds good. No problem.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, okay, so let's maybe just tilt it back a little bit. Probably drag it. Back is pretty smooth.
Ready?
Get off of that scoop there.
Yeah.
So if we can get it back upright and then... Open my way a bit. I think we're pretty close there. Open my way a little bit more.
No way to touch.
Ooh.
Right.
Fingers, I got it.
Yep.
Turn that move a little bit.
Yeah.
Is it hitting the
Still
stone
needs
there?
to come over and touch though.
See the light? Watch your head there. It's right behind your shoulder.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Right here. Easier to see. Yeah, come my way. If you can shimmy it my way a little bit. It's leaning forward a little too much right now, so we'll just back it in that way. We click in, it's got to go up more.
It's got to go up more.
Okay, let's see if we can.
It's got to go up about like just over a ½ inch. You can kind of see.
½ inch more?
No, like total.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's going to be hard to lift. Let's see if we can lift the whole thing, full weight.
I'll keep it steady.
Yeah. More?
Yeah, a little tiny bit more. I think it's there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We good?
Yep, we're on.
All right, rocking
Are we on that side?
Double check. Yep, we're in.
Okay, good.
Nice. In on both sides.
I'll just adjust these toe feet. Here, I'll get my cobras.
Almost drop that down. They're at basically max out to the bottom.
Yeah,
This one's floating, so yeah, we can turn that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's got adjustable feet at the bottom?
Yeah, it has
Oh,
adjustable
cool.
feet for uneven ground like this.
Oh.
Garages, everything is. Because when we put the second unit on, we're going to need to make sure they match together nice and tight.
Okay.
Because it's Tesla, so I want it to look pretty too.
It's too bad it's hiding under the deck.
Yeah. It'll be down here glowing. The little light will be glowing. The little
Yeah.
T on the front.
Well, I'll tell people that they can go under the deck to see our high tech under there.
Yeah.
Although the gateway has a little symbol on the,
Oh yeah,
on the
you'll
box
see it
too,
at the
right?
front. Yeah. Yeah, they did a good job with that. Yeah, they do. They're kind of in a like. There's a lot of different batteries that we've installed over the years, but Tesla is kind of in a league of its own as far as just the fit and finish and everything else.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching some of the install videos from some companies in the UK that have been doing installs of these things over there, and one guy was saying, yeah, they've designed them so that they can literally do the install process, within an hour,
Yep.
gateway and batteries
Yeah,
together.
I did a double of this by myself in an hour, just mounting them, not
Oh,
the
yeah.
wiring and everything. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
takes
yeah.
a lot of the time.
Yeah.
In the U.S. and most places in the world, the installation is much simpler and cheaper, but the Ontario Electrical Code has a lot
too
of
strict for
extra
that
stuff.
Oh, really?
So
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that, like in the U.S., you don't even need that gateway. There's a transfer switch that's like a Generalink that
Yeah.
just fits on the electrical meter. And you're done.
Wow.
Put a comms wire and you can wire it in, and you don't have to do all that work out at the front. Just pop the meter in and out. So the electrical disconnect work is literally as long as it takes to pop a meter socket out and plug it back in.
It's pretty good design.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's my level.
Yeah.
The extras, and then you can keep those and stockpile them, right? So if you drop some on a job that's dark or snowy like this, you have a stockpile.
Yeah. Well, this is much better now. I can see there are actually two guys under the deck.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
This on the tops.
Get the other one ready?
Yeah, that's off. Oh, it's kind of...
Yeah, they broke open now. Same thing. I'll step this side down. What are you trying to do? You're trying to push it?
That's a really good push it, but those legs are probably too...
It's like digging in.
Yeah, here, let's drag it backwards like this. There's that plastic cover in the back. There's a spot here, it's
Ready?
I'm just gonna pull it a little farther back. Let's get it off these stumps. Let's just drop it up. Come back. Oh, you're stuck behind.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
Okay, let's pick it up. Pick it up and just watch the stumps.
Keep it on that side, I'll rotate. My way?
There we go. It's a really wide turn. Get us there.
Try it? Yeah.
Rocking and rolling. Okay, good. Sweet.
Wow, it just locked right in.
Yeah, hop right in. It goes even smoother with the cart, but
Yeah, the cart's a dream.
considering the
Tight
location,
location, yeah.
it's pretty easy install.
Yeah. So that's a power link between the two batteries?
Yeah, this is really nice because it saves us all kinds of couplings and wires, and they look ugly, and they're also failure points too, right?
Now, how many batteries are you able to stack on one main?
3.
3? Okay.
Yeah, 3 DC expansions for every battery. Physically, but the software right now I'm pretty sure is limited to 4 DC expansions.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But that could have changed since the last time we did it. Like, we haven't done a big job like that since I think we've only done one of them.
That many batteries? Man, that's what, 12, 13 kilowatt per battery?
13.5, yeah.
13.5?
But it's nice because most people, when they're getting solar and batteries, it's like the first time they've ever got that. So, like we try to build trust with them that, hey, this is a great technology. I have it at my house. It's awesome. We install these all the time. Until they see it though, right? Like, it's a lot of money to put in. But the nice thing is with the solar and the batteries, you can just upgrade in the future. So
Yeah.
it's like get your foot in the door,
always add
see
more.
that it works. Because I know that once you see it working, then you'll be willing to put more money into it if you need it. Right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I was just telling Sam that my other Tesla just died because I got in a car accident.
Okay.
And that car was 13 years old, 250,000 kilometers,
It's a good answer.
original batteries. Only, and this is still
many
charging
kilometers?
80%. So I guess the last piece is just cover, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we got to wire it, and then we have
Yeah.
a pop cover.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, that's it for now.
That went better than expected.
Got a picture of the serial number.
So it's day 2 of our project to install our power wall, and at least we have a light now. So we did some prep work on day 1, which was yesterday, and that involved the guys pre-mounting and prepping the 2 battery units on the side of the cottage, which I'll show you again now that we have better light. But I just wanted to cover a few things. One, which is we have our Cybertruck here, and the Cybertruck is now our mobile
power generator. So the Cybertruck actually has the ability to output, I think it's a total of 40 amps of current. And what we have in the back of the truck, which I'll show you in a second, is a 240 volt outlet as well as two 110 volt outlets. And that will allow us to do things like I discussed earlier about keeping our heat line active, which runs through the water line, and that keeps it from freezing in the wintertime. And also our water pump, because we draw water out of the lake, and also anything else we decide to connect to it, such as our Wi-Fi, which is active right now. And so on day 2, we're just waiting for hydro to show up and to turn off power to the grid and to disconnect it so the guys can finish the rest of the work. But in the meantime, they've actually turned off the power from the main breaker panel switch, and basically we're already down and running off battery from the car. Okay, so here's the three outlets in the back of the vehicle. So the big heavy gauged extension cord is something which I got from Amazon, and that basically is the 220 and the two 110s that are running the pump and other accessories. So as you can see, I got very long cords. One's running to the basement, and the other one's running through the kitchen window upstairs. Once again, another shot of the Powerwall unit. By the way, everyone, this is Matt, and as you can see, you can now see Matt. He's not in the darkness. And Matt is now doing the connection from the gateway to the Powerwall. Did I get that right, Matt?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So how long does this process take, Matt?
To connect this battery, maybe 1 hour. There's also commissioning that takes some time as well. But yeah, it's pretty simple and straightforward.
Yeah. Looks really nice and tidy in that box there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go up and show you the gateway, which is on the side of the cottage. Thanks, Matt. Okay, so this is the side of the cottage. That's where the main power feed comes in from the grid. Down through the snorkel. Here's our power meter. And this is the actual gateway product that has to sit right beside the power meter. So, interesting look, eh? So it's very modern against our rustic cottage, and as you can see, it's got a clean mount, and I'm assuming that Matt's going to come up through the deck into the bottom of the unit there to feed it. Okay, we're here in the basement of the cottage right now, and the power's off, except for those things that are being powered by the Cybertruck. So as I had indicated earlier, we've got over here, we've got the power feed, the extension cord for the 220 coming through the window. And there's the heat line right there with the timer. So as you can see, the lights are on, so it is running. And that goes to the heat line, which is in the water room. And then the other extension cord, right now I just have plugged into the water pump. So I apologize for the darkness, but the power is off in the cottage right now while Sam works on the main panel. Okay, so that's what we got here. Now I do have a fridge and a freezer down here in the basement as well, and I can also plug them into the outlet. And so far we haven't overloaded anything on the Cybertruck, so that's good. There's the other panel. Okay. Okay, so Sam's back on the main battery stack now. So what are you up to, Sam?
Right now I'm plugging in getting ready to plug in the communication cable. That's this gray one here.
Okay.
So that basically allows this unit to talk to the gateway, which acts as a transfer switch. Basically controls what power, whether it be grid, solar in some instances, or battery, where the power's going, where it's coming from. And yeah, it essentially, if anyone's familiar with Generac systems or other generator systems, it works very similar to a transfer switch.
Cool. And aren't we expecting the Hydro One folks soon to...
Yeah, Hydro should be here. They said they would be here around 11. What time are we at now?
Oh, we're almost there, yeah.
10:30, so they should be here in the next half hour. So we'll get the Hydro cut, and then we can start working on the transfer switch and the meter base and all that fun stuff.
Okay, so this communication line and the black power line is going to be going underneath the deck here, I assume, and then up to the other unit that...
yeah. So we'll bring it through.
Cottage.
We're going to drill through the top of the deck, and then we'll come down that way. Obviously, we'll figure out how far we need to go, and then pop it up and bring it into the bottom of the unit on the deck. The gateway is up on the deck if you want to take a look, but it's not doing anything right now.
Right, yeah.
On the wall.
It's just looking pretty.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just noting that it looks very high-tech against our very rustic cottage.
Yeah. Yeah, the aesthetics don't necessarily line up, but that's okay.
Well, that's the look we're going for it at our place. Yeah, yeah. We got a very modern interior, too, against a very rustic cottage
For sure.
frame. So anyway. Okay, thanks, Sam. I'll let you get back to it.
For sure, thanks.
Sorry about the spotlight there, Matt.
That's all right.
Maybe it'll help you work. Okay, so Matt's on the main panel right now, and this is the original panel, by the way. And so very quickly, I know Hydro's on their way in the next half an hour to shut everything off or take us off the grid. And so, while you're just disconnecting a lot of the old breakers there, Matt?
Yeah, so I'm just removing all the wires from the breakers and just marking everything so that when we put on the new panel, we can label it properly and you know exactly what's doing what.
So that's a new panel there for folks who haven't seen it yet. It's much larger. Do you know, other than the fact that it's got much higher capacity, what are the other big differences between the old panel and the new so-called smart panel?
The Leviton smart panels they're a lot larger because the breakers are a lot different than normal breakers. Let me show you. There's no screw terminals on any of them.
Mm-hmm.
So the wires screw under these terminals, and these just kind of pop in easily.
So much easier to replace and maintain.
To change, and that's why it is a larger panel. If you look at these breakers, they're very thin, and these are larger. Yeah. Some panels they make slimmer breakers, but Leviton does not.
Okay. And there's another sub panel, of course, going downstairs. I believe it's here still in the box, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think I see something here, but
it is also a Leviton smart panel downstairs.
Okay, I'll let you get back to it.
Thank you.
So inside here is the line coming from the second 110 line coming from the Cybertruck. We're being run through a window. I got it sealed with weather tape, and it's just running through our kitchen to basically a power bar. And off the power bar, the blue line is running our fan for the wood stove. So our wood stove still pumping heat into the cottage. And we also have our different Wi-Fi router and other components here that are plugged into the extension as well. Okay, so otherwise it's pretty dark in here. Say hi. And the wood stove is running here, keeping us nice and warm. It's not actually that cold out today, probably only about 5 degrees, but I mean last week it was minus 24 degrees Celsius. We had 8 inches of snow, so they picked the right window to be doing the work, definitely in the last couple days. Okay, so it's now almost 11 o'clock, and there's Hydro early for their appointment to turn us off. So he's just in the process of getting all the documentation together, and then he's going to disconnect us from the grid, and the guys will continue to work on the panels. So the Hydro guys are just leaving, and I guess they've disconnected the power, right, Sam?
Yeah, so they cut their connection at the street, connected to the wire. Obviously, to get a truck here to disconnect here would be...
Oh yeah, I don't want another truck stuck in the driveway.
Yeah, no, not ideal, especially a big truck like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're disconnected. We got no power at all here. We've got to take out this guy, put in our big meter-based combination.
Okay.
And then, so that'll be up here. We'll connect it into our gateway here. And then obviously refeed the house.
So what's the difference between the old meter box and this new meter box? Like, obviously it looks like there's more electronics, huh?
Capacity and stuff, like they're both 200 amps. This one, what we need to do in Canada is our gateways aren't service entrance rated. They're designed for the United States market. Obviously Tesla's a United States company. So they install them based on the NEC. Canada's codes are very similar, but Ontario has much more strict things in particular aspects. So service is one of those things. So they need, I can show you, they need in Ontario, we need a designated compartment for the feeders. So in here you'll see when we bring our wires in from over the new meter base, it gets fed on right here, but there's no cover for this section. So in the States, all they need are these little rubber grommets, and the rubber grommets will cover up the lugs and cover up the pieces of the wire that are exposed, and that's good enough for them. In Canada, we need a dead front. So a dead front is basically it's basically a whole different compartment. You'll see that in a panel. You have the main compartment, and then you have the compartment with all the branch circuits. So because of that, we need to have a disconnect somewhere earlier in the situation. So we used to have to do a meter base like this, a gigantic 200 amp disconnect, which is fused, and it would have like a big red handle on the side. They're huge. So now this integrates both. So we have the meter on the top compartment, and then we have our main breaker right here. And this one happens to come with a little sub panel built in. So technically this is the main panel now, even though there's not really going to be anything in it right now. But in the future, someone could add a decent amount of stuff into that panel as well, if they needed to.
Cool.
So it's just the way we kind of have a little more hoops to jump through in Ontario specifically.
Typical, eh?
But that's the way it goes up here, so.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll come back once you start ready to do the connections.
We have the TAs.
Yeah. I have a milk crate of all the PVC parts around the corner there.
Down here?
Yeah.
So the inspector just left. Any caveats or?
Not particularly. He did mention something about the battery being a certain distance away from where the entrance is underneath. But he said he's going to look at it because it's kind of a weird, like it's different than usually. It's because they don't want it to be like right underneath in the basement of an exit of the building. Because I guess if it causes a fire or something, maybe they think it would go up to the exit, block people from exit. I don't know. I don't really know what the spirit of the rule is.
Oh, we got another exit, 2 exits anyway.
Yeah. So, but this one, it's not directly underneath it anyway.
Oh, okay,
it's
cool.
off to the side. So he said he's just going to look at it, but he said he wasn't sure exactly. But
Picture of it?
Yeah, still in darkness, but wow. Now he's got to figure out which wire goes where. I guess it's not too bad.
I got to cut that cross piece as well, so I can access the top of the panel. But I just wanted to have it mounted and everything first.
Oh yeah. Or you should be able to just, I guess, drill right down or drill up.
I'm just going to cut the whole thing off.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, that's good. It's in place. It's a lot bigger than I thought, man.
Yep.
I'm going to have to get bigger doors for the cabinet.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, just frame it down a little further.
Yep.
And then, I mean, you could always take, if you wanted to, you could take out the bottom part and just make it the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Or you could add a bottom, like it is.
That's something, that's a little project for the spring.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 7 o'clock. And Hydro's returned to switch the power back on for the grid. And it's raining. Hey. Okay, here's the new upgraded main panel, and she's active now. You see, it's much larger than the old one, and I've got lots and lots of room for expansion if we decide to add anything else. You know, future things such as heat pumps, hot tubs, additional chargers, whatever it might be. So this is one of the things that we're doing in addition to you know, the components for the Tesla Powerwall that we kind of decided to do at the same time because you know, we want to future-proof a lot of the stuff that we're putting in. So I'll be building a new surrounding around that, and then as Sam had mentioned to us earlier, we'll be going phase 2 downstairs with the secondary sub panel in the basement. Okay, here she is. It's complete. All the wiring's done. The shut off is done. The meter's back in from last night. The communications, and I guess it's a power wire down to the battery underneath. This covers what back on and everything, right?
Yep.
Cool. It's done.
Oh, wow. Cool. Looks great.
Is it actually drawing power right now?
Your house is actually backed up by the battery right now.
Oh, okay.
It's just being powered.
Oh.
Okay, let's go down and have a quick look here. Yeah, I actually brought up my own app, and I could see where it was. There she is. Light's on. Look at that. The light is on.
And so that basically confirms to the battery that you're on site doing it, right?
Oh, okay, so it's like a safety precautionary thing. Okay.
So I think the screen you're on now is just to find it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just hit found.
Okay, pair.
Yeah, pair. A couple times it'll probably ask you to allow stuff. Just
Okay.
generally you have to allow all of it for it to work.
It says toggle switch.
Yeah, so hit it, turn it back on, hit the blue button there.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna fill out your site. So site name, you can put whatever you want.
Okay.
And then your address.
Okay, can I do this inside? Or should I do it here?
It's gonna need you to be close to the
Oh,
battery
okay,
again.
okay.
But if you want to grab your jacket or
Yeah, let
some
me grab my
gloves or
jacket.
something,
All right, it's getting
it's
cold.
pretty cold out here. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I just came inside because it's freezing my ass off out there, and temperature's dropping. But this is the Tesla app where I access my Cybertruck, and as well, and now I'm going through the systems overview. I just completed the registration that was connecting via, I guess it's Bluetooth, to the Powerwall unit on side of the house, and then linking that into our home Wi-Fi network at Lynn's Landing, and now just going through a system overview, and it has some instructions on, you know, what my home screen looks like. It also has some diagrams. Kilowatt. Oh, what's a kilowatt? You know, I gave a name to our house on the screen. Of course, this place is called Lynn's Landing, so called Lynn's Landing. And it's just showing you what it looks like when there's actually power flowing out of the battery on the diagram to through the system and the network. Okay, watch your energy flow. Okay, folks, well, that was the install of the Tesla Powerwall and Gateway. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was a little bit detailed and long, but I know there are folks out there that are very interested in that kind of gory detail. So at this point, I just want to end the video here. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section and provide any feedback that you have. I know some of you are interested in the costs and also what it's like to actually, on a longer term, run a system like this. So I'll be producing follow-up videos as well, which will detail some of my findings as far as what I found during usage of the system over time, and also some of the associated costs that are involved with an installation like this, including our phase 2, which is coming up later this spring. So anyway, folks, thanks again for watching, and like and subscribe if you like this video.